Skinner's Operant Conditioning, Rat Experiment. B.F. Skinner is one of the most influential psychologists in the field of behaviorism. Behaviorism argues that behavior should be studied through observable actions rather than inner thoughts or feelings. Skinner expanded this approach by giving a scientific explanation of how behavior is learned from the environment. Operant conditioning is a learning process proposed by B.F. Skinner in which behavior is shaped and controlled by its consequences. In this type of learning, actions that are followed by rewards, reinforcement, are strengthened and repeated, while actions followed by punishment are weakened and avoided. It focuses on voluntary behavior, showing that people learn to act in certain ways because of the results that come after their actions. According to Skinner, behavior does not develop simply because two things occur together, as Watson suggested in classical conditioning. Instead, behavior develops because of what happens after the action. Humans and animals constantly learn from the feedback they receive from their environment. For example, when a student studies and receives praise or high marks, the pleasant result encourages them to study again. When a child is scolded for misbehaving, the unpleasant result discourages that behavior. Skinner described these outcomes as reinforcement and punishment. Reinforcement strengthens behavior, while punishment weakens it. Experiment. To study this more scientifically, Skinner carried out experiments using a device called the Skinner box. In a famous experiment, he placed a hungry rat inside the box. As the rat moved around, it accidentally pressed a lever, and food appeared. Gradually, the rat learned that pressing the lever produced food, so it pressed it repeatedly. This demonstrated positive reinforcement, where something pleasant, food, is added to increase behavior. Skinner also showed negative reinforcement, where something unpleasant is removed to increase behavior. In another version of the experiment, a mild electric shock was delivered through the floor of the box. When the rat pressed the lever, the shock stopped. The rat quickly learned to press the lever to escape the discomfort. This proved that removing an unpleasant condition also strengthens behavior. Main types of reinforcement. Skinner identified two main types of reinforcement: positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement happens when a behavior is followed by a rewarding stimulus, such as food, praise, a gift, or a good grade. This makes the behavior stronger. Negative reinforcement happens when a behavior removes or avoids something unpleasant, such as turning off an annoying alarm or avoiding punishment by following rules. Importantly, both types of reinforcement increase behavior, but they work in opposite ways, one by adding something good, the other by removing something bad. Skinner believes reinforcement is more effective and long-lasting than punishment, as it helps build positive behavior instead of simply stopping unwanted actions.